Excuse me. Every time I get on here, I gotta burp. You know what's my pet peeve? When people get towels out the closet and they unfold the other fucking towels, you know, that are still in the closet, but them shits was folded before your little ass came in there. Okay, so hopefully there's no static on this video. I think it's this thing that I'm holding my device on. It's rubbing against it or something as I'm moving around. But what's up, world? Today is March 5th, I believe. It is Wednesday. What time is it? I don't know. It's around 3 p.m. East Coast time. So yeah, I don't know as usual what I really want to say, but I guess and by the way, I'm going to post that additional video. I fell asleep yesterday, and I don't know, I've just been I don't know, but we're gonna get into that. So what is it like when you are born into a high stress environment? And you have to live with the circumstances that you were born into or that you were given to. I highly suggest that from the youngest age of you noticing that you are in a high stress environment, at that youngest age, I don't care what it is that you're going through, I suggest you then try to grab a hold of your life. Because to me, that's really loving yourself and starting your own journey. You know, that's really what we came here to do anyways. So I highly suggest a person at the youngest age that you possibly can, when you notice there's a million red flags around you, or that you don't like the circumstances that you've been dealt, I highly suggest that you begin to trust yourself. If you're not a victim of like mental illness or anything, let me write this number down. I'll remember it. I'm gonna play that number. So yeah, I just highly suggest that you trust yourself, because your world can get out of control. What I don't suggest is you caring about other people's feelings that have been manipulative or abusive, or in any form really detrimental to your own growth. Usually it's the people that you're always questioning in your head. Do they like me? Do they love me? Was this a joke, or is this how they're really feeling? It's the people who you are always constantly questioning in your head. Like, why did this person do that to me? Why did they say this? So I highly suggest you put yourself into some type of, so number one is to trust yourself, to trust your gut instincts. Number two, I think if you can get support outside of that situation, I would start looking for resources outside of that situation, whether that is therapy or some type of other form of some other resources that will help you, either with school, work, with it, like, it depends on what your goal is. So I would think, so number two would be the resources. So I would begin to think, what is it really that I want for myself at a young age? So maybe you're a teenager or preteen. What is the life that I see myself living? You can have more than one life. You can have more than one goal. I've seen it. But at that stage where you're at, what is the life that you really want to live? I would write it out. Step 3. Step 4, I would check out those resources. Every resource given to you is not the best. And I would do these things in secret. Or if you have like a best friend or like a cousin, a brother, or a sister, I will also, do this secretly. If you have siblings in a situation or other family that you live with that notice the same things that you notice, I would either do this alone, or once I have the ball rolling and I say, hey, I found these resources, I would then present those resources to those siblings that are in that abusive situation, or just a toxic, non-healthy environment. If they are still there, I would talk to them. First, I would see how they're feeling, check on them and check on their feelings. See if they need anyone to talk to. Maybe they could talk to you, or if you found someone to speak to, maybe you can help. So where are we at? Step 4, step 5. I said keep it secret, right? So yes, I would keep this a secret. If I was a child, I would keep it a secret from the adults. And I wouldn't get into any little relationships while I'm doing this. I would solely be focused on myself, my own needs, and the needs of the people that I am trying to help get out of this situation as well. Because when we're at a young age, our brains are different, and when we experience young love, it can become so intoxicating, like a drug. And you don't want that addiction, and you don't want to become addicted to that. And if it just follow you in your life and you start making the wrong decisions, when the focus should really be on you and your well-being and those people that you love, their well-being. So we're at like 5 or 6. So step 6, I would act. I would just act on whatever it is. And for me, that would be to totally remove myself or to remove those people from my environment. So if there's anything you have to report, I would have done that when I reached out to whoever I needed to reach out to for resources. We have computers in our hands usually every day, and we should be using those to our advantage, not as a disadvantage by feeding our little dopamine fixes that we need. And honestly, I was going to leave it at step 6, but step 7, I would do something nice for myself. So it could be something small or something big. I would buy, if I'm young, I would just stick with maybe buying myself something or really working on saving, depending on what my goals are. Because saving from a really young age can put you in a powerful position, and you'll be much wiser with your money. So I guess I'm going to go to step 8, and I would continue to walk my path in life with caution. I would not be too hard on myself. If there's anything I need to do, I just wouldn't be too hard on myself. If there's any residual feelings that I still have, I would tackle those. If it's crying, if I need to confront someone and say, hey, you hurt me, you did this, I would do that somewhere along the way, but after I'm already set up and I've separated myself, and I wouldn't let anyone pull me back into that old lifestyle. And what did I say, 8? I don't know, where we at, step 8, 9. I would continue. I would just continue and with my head held high, and I would just live my life. So the last step, which will be step 10, I would, if I've done enough inner work, if I've really dealt with that shadow side of myself, and I was able to let go of a lot of pain, maybe even have confronted certain individuals, or have told the right services if there was anything legal that I need to handle, or the right adults, I would do that. But step 10, so after I've done those things, I would work on forgiveness. That first day when the weather's a little bit nice, people get crazy outside. It's like they don't even wait. But anyway, so step 10, I would work on forgiveness. And trust me, when you hear a message to forgive, that message is right on time. You may not be there yet, but someday in the near future you will. And that's why that message of forgiveness came across your path. Because whoever, your higher self, the universe, the angels, whoever's around you, whatever your higher self is noticing, I believe like your higher self can tell you certain things, knows certain things that are about to happen. You know, yeah, I will really work on forgiveness. Like I've written people letters. There are still letters that I have to hand out. But to me, forgiveness is not excusing abusive or hurtful behavior. To me, forgiveness is just forgiving yourself. I've had to forgive myself from playing dumb my whole life. I've had to forgive myself for my bad. I'm not even gonna cut that out. I've had to forgive myself for loving people who didn't love me. I had to forgive myself for taking care of others before I took care of myself. I had to forgive myself for being a late bloomer. I had to forgive myself for causing myself so much pain when I knew better. Deep down, I knew better. Deep down. But maybe I was dealing with PTSD, or maybe I made a mistake by sharing my experience with someone, and I kind of let them talk me out of doing the wrong thing. So let's go to, and I've also had to forgive others. I've had to forgive my mother. I've had to forgive hold on. Trying to see if there's a fire outside. I've had to forgive my father, my mother, my brother. I've had to forgive everyone. You know, for a while I was angry. And I continuously forgive myself all the time. Like, what else can I do? The only other option is to give up on life. You know, like, yeah. So, if this message could reach a preteen or a teenager, I would do those things, and I will also work on my mental, you know, so that goes with the resource thing, the steps with the resources. Maybe another resource that you can give yourself is putting yourself in a more relaxed state of mind at that time. You know, so maybe I'm diving into meditation. Maybe I'm going to my favorite spot that no one knows about, and it's just for me, and I feel so peaceful. I can cry there if I need to. Maybe I can yell or scream. Maybe I could just be. Maybe I could think of an old time and just laugh. Maybe I can just stare at the stars, eat some food, and watch a little movie on my laptop or whatever, my phone. I will find a space that's just for me where I could just be, you know? And I think, well, I don't think, I know, once you do these things, the sooner the better. You know, don't stunt your own growth, you know, by holding on to grudges and being angry. Don't hold on to grudges for too long. And everyone gets their karma. You know, what I was going to say, don't wish bad on people, but I can't tell you what to wish. I've never been in your shoes. I don't feel what you feel. Well, I'm an empath, so it's easy for me to feel other people's emotions. But I would start there. I wonder how many times I said but in this video. I would start there. So I hope this video finds the right person. If you have family and if you also have friends, I wouldn't forget about my tribe. You know, somewhere along the way, love your tribe. If you have people around you that genuinely love you, love them back. Like, I promise you, everyone will reap the rewards, and it'll be a long-lasting relationship. Let me move out of here, because this is ridiculous now. One day, this will be thoughts of the past. You know, my environment won't always be like this. It won't be so chaotic, you know. But I would just do it. Just like Nike. I would just do it. And really, that's what procrastination and all of that is. It's your fear, yo. There's something you procrastinate, and I don't care if you're a guy, you're a teenager, and you're like, oh, I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared of nothing. Your procrastination is what you fear the most. So, yeah. These are things that no one ever taught me. And I'm such a baby because I'm about to cry right now. These are things that no one ever taught me. You know, go to the authorities and report abuse and stand on your word. Don't let people gaslight you. Don't let people get away with things. You know, just stand on your business. And I wouldn't let my experience turn my heart cold. And I'm so glad that I have it. Because if I want to, like, I could be a cold-hearted bitch. But that's just not who I am. I could be that when I need to. But it's really just not who I am. I'm put here to love on people. To call people out. To raise the vibration. You know, we are needed. Where's my hoodie? It's getting a little chilly. But yeah, guys, for people who are struggling, I hope this video finds you today. I'm out.